Hi, Damon Phil here. Today I just wanted to make a build showcase, a bit of a build diary of my Monk Invoker level 67 right now. I just got into maps. So the very first thing I want to talk about is this. Physical damage reduction from armor is based on your combined armor and evasion rating. So basically what it says, if this goes up, this goes up. And for a class that doesn't really have anything else to get armor, it's absolutely insane. It's one of the best layer of defense I have, and I see myself getting hit and not getting one shots, and it feels amazing. Now for this one here, it doesn't really matter, this one, because you also get 100 spirit from the campaign. So it doesn't really matter that you can't get spirit from any other equipment. You still get spirit from the base game, and when you get into maps, well, just scale one or the other and you'll just have spirit to just manage everything else. My basic skills gems are Ice Strike. I go with Tempest Spell, Glacial Cascade, Frozen Locust, Freezing Mark. And I've got also Herald of Ice, very important, and Cast on Freeze. Why Cast on Freeze? Because I can cast Eye of Winter that actually combos and synergize very well with Frozen Locust. So because I use Frozen Locust mainly every single pack of mob for keeping distance, just like Glacial Cascade. So both of these, Frozen Locust and Glacial Cascade, are very much for controlling distance and managing distance with the enemy, because not getting hit is the main source of layer of defenses for Path of Exile 2. So, Ice Strike with Cold Infusion, Martial Tempo, Primal Armament. Pretty good for the damage. Tempo Spell. Magnified effect for the area of effect, very simple. Font of Mana, because I like when I smash people and it just gives me more regen for the mana, pretty convenient. And Ice Bite, because when I actually use it and it freezes something and it kills something, I get Ice Bite and my damage just gets very big, because it's 35% of damage as cold. So because this one is 25, this one is 25, and this one is 25. A 35% on top of those feels great, man. Now, Glacial Cascade, I don't really mind having it. It's just, as I said, it's more from controlling distance, so I don't use it that much. But I put Rootless on it just for the stunt build-up on bosses when I need to keep my distances. It's very fun. Glaciation, so just more freeze buildup again. For the control of distance is fine, and more damage and less area. I don't mind the area of effect, I just need more damage on that one. Frozen Locust, I just like it to have persistence, just for that, you know, it's there for a longer time. It's pretty fun. Freezing Mark, I go with Overabundance just to have one more on packs of mobs. Herald of Ice, I've got 4% recovered on kill of life. And Herbalism, 30% increased recovery from life flasks. This is very good. Now, as you see, it's 15 spirit, and now I have 15 spirits to spare. So I could actually put one more of these types of skills of support, basically, which are persistent buffs that they call. So I could put one more, and I'll manage that later. Now with Cast on Freeze, again, I've got Eye of Winter and Impetus. This is just to gain more energy so that it can trigger faster, okay? That's about it. Now the pathing tree, pretty simple pathing tree, man. Just freeze build up, evasion rating, attack speed, again. Damage, freeze build up. This is attack speed. Dexterity, pretty awesome. Dexterity, evasion rating, again, pretty awesome. Evasion rating from my body armor, pretty awesome. Attack speed, damage, flat damage with Herald of Ice, which is insane. 50% is pretty big. Dexterity, flat, accuracy, critical damage, pretty good, actually. Just this whole wheel is just insane. Now, what I did I'm using this one because armor is broken with Tempest Bell, because Tempest Bell, if you look right here with the shockwaves, actually does physical damage. So, what it says here, breaks 30% increased armor on enemy affected by ailments, and I chill and freeze constantly. So I just get more physical damage, and because also my main skill is a converted, so the flat fizz just boosts my conversion basically, so it's a bit more damage also for my main skill. So critical chance, dexterity, critical damage, intel. This one here is a funny one. 30% increased damage. It's not like critical damage, it's flat increased damage if you've dealt a critical hit in the past. They say 8 seconds, I just assume 4 because of these two here, because they're critical hit recently. But it's 20, 20, and 30%. This is damage, flat damage. So when you crit, you get more damage. So it's pretty insane. Now when I get here, I just got more crit basically. And this one, Heavy Frost. It's also freeze builder, but hits ignore elemental resistances of frozen enemy. So if they're frozen, my next hits just completely shatters they don't have elemental resistances. And it's not like cold, or it's all elemental resistances. So this can be paired with a lot of things. It's pretty good. Thin Ice. Again, 50% increased damage with hits against frozen enemy. So if it's crit and frozen, the damage just goes wild on that. And with the amount of attack speed that I have, it's actually pretty good. Next, my equipment basically. So let's show you my equipment. My staff is okay, I guess. I just got into maps. It does the job right now, so it's pretty good. I wish I had more. Like, I didn't have any flat code, so I just put flat lining just to have a bit of elemental damage, but I didn't have any iron rune either, so you know, I had to make choices. My headgear, it's okay. I wish it had life, but it's okay. It's evasion. My body armor is pretty good, not gonna lie. This one is a really piece of art. Yeah, it's actually pretty good because of the flat life and hybrid life and evasion rating. So the evasion rating pretty high for the levels, and yeah, flat elemental resistances and life, just I'm Gucci with that. Now, the gloves could be way better, but the flat evasion made me choose them over a lot of stuff, and the +1 to all melee skills, pretty good also. My boots are a problem though, because I want movement speed. Actually, I need movement speed, but these boots are pretty good, so it's hard to remove them. And also I had to put like more strength because of those, so there's a build management around certain pieces of gear. My amulet, life, spell damage, I don't do spells really. Yeah, I just have Eye of Winter. It's not about the spells damage, it came in with it, you know. 74 life, pretty good. Crit chance, pretty good. Intel, again, pretty good. Fire resistances, awesome. This ring is absolutely wild. I wish it was life instead of mana, but hey, can't have everything. So fizz, flat cold, resistances, and fizz as mana, pretty good. And now my other ring, I really love that ring. So it's elemental resistances, flat cold again, so boost my damage, flat life, resistances, life per enemy killed, which I don't really need, but it's the mana regen, pretty good. Now the belt, it's okay, it needs life, but yeah, it's okay. So my gear is a bit scuffed actually. It's not that good, but hey, I just got into map, so it's gonna get better. So that's what it is. I'm really happy about the end game right now. It's hard, it's punishing, but I feel that the end game is one faster. There's more things to do in the end game than in the campaign, which I genuinely like. But hey, I just got there. These are my first thoughts. This was a bit of a diary, so have a good one. Only love. Peace out.